Dog owners beware, a mysterious canine outbreak is on the loose. In recent findings published by the University of New Hampshire's Veterinary Diagnostic Laboratory and the Hubbard Center for Genome Studies, an unknown upper respiratory illness affecting dogs across the country could be caused by a new form of bacterial infection that is resistant to standard treatments. Symptoms include a cough that can last for weeks, runny eyes and sneezing, and, in a few instances, even death. Using state-of-the-art techniques, researchers have ruled out viruses, including COVID, as well as any typical fungal or bacterial respiratory pathogens. Evidence thus far has revealed a non-culturable, bacteria-like organism similar to Mycoplasma. This infection has been limited to dogs and at the moment does not appear to target any specific breeds.
And I'm a veterinary pathologist who has worked with infectious diseases and public health for over 20 years. The recent canine respiratory outbreak of unknown disease, it's not responding to antibiotics, so it's something new perhaps, but it's unknown. So sometimes what happens with these type of infections, it's a co-infection. It could be something that's viral initially and then bacteria sets in. So the first thing pet owners should do that can help mitigate the spread is to first make sure that you have all your vaccines up to date on your pet, especially if they're recommended by your veterinarian, like Bordetella or kennel cough. And if your pet is having any signs of upper respiratory disease like coughing, sneezing, nasal discharge, eye discharge, or is heavily lethargic, to definitely seek veterinary care. The other thing that pet owners can do is to avoid all contact with other dogs. So limit times of boarding at doggy daycare, or you can hire a pet sitter or a dog walker. Those would be my recommendations.
We recently spoke to some dog parents from different parts of the country who shared the lengths that they go through to make sure their canine companions are well taken care of.
I was so concerned, and thank God I'm not traveling as much now. So he'll just be with me and not really interacting with other dogs for a while, or with dogs who we know are well. Basil came into our family in 2021, and he has just been the greatest addition to our family. He brings all of us joy and happiness.
This is Koopa. Yeah, hearing what's on the news regarding this new respiratory illness that dogs have. Even before this thing kind of came about, we never brought him into dog parks just because, you know, he's so little compared to the dogs that are there, and dogs are a very social animal. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that we made that decision. This guy, I mean, he's definitely a child of the family. My kids, my human kids, will joke that he's the favorite one, but they're not lying. He brings me so much happiness.
In Corpus Christi, Texas, I'm Jane Catherine Gregorio, Eagle News. We live in extraordinary times.